Hello everyone, welcome to Mastermind. Today let us solve most probable MCQs Part 1 for KS 2024. This is very important. I'll tell you why these questions are very important. Look at the question on the screen. In the context of Indian history, the Rakhmabai case of 1884 revolved around women's right to gain education, age of consent, restitution of conjugal rights. Can you remember which question is this? If you can remember this question, that means you are on the right track. This was a question that was given in the prelims conducted on August 27, 2024. That is the examination that has been cancelled by the state government of Karnataka. So if you look at this question appeared in the prelims UPSC prelims of 2020 and the question has been replicated in KPSC or KAS 2024. So if you look, this is just one example. There are many such examples. You can see at least 5 to 6 questions appearing from the past year UPSC papers. You don't have to do anything. You should just go through the concept and also note down the options, because even the options and the nature of the questions will be replica. It will be photocopied. Same question will be asked in the KPSC or KS 2024. That is why we are starting this series, so that you will have an edge of at least 8 to 10 marks. You have to thoroughly follow all the questions. There will be 5 questions per video and there won't be detailed explanations. There will be just enough explanation for you to answer this, because same question, the probability of asking same questions by KPSC is more, and hence even the options will remain the same. Therefore, you should note down the option, which is the right option. That is the funda why we are coming out with this particular series. This is very important, and trust me, even if 3 questions appear from the series, then you will have 7.5 marks. If 3 are wrong, then you will get 7.5 if you make it right. If you don't attempt, if you feel that you're not attempting these 3 questions, because usually such questions are very tough, you will get 6 marks. Suppose if you are feeling that you won't attempt, if then this series will give you confidence to attempt, then it will give 6.0, 6 marks. Suppose you want to attempt but you don't know, if you haven't followed the series, then there is a higher probability of losing 0.5 marks. So in that event, if you're following this series, then you will get 7.5 marks. That means the chances of erring will go down and you will get 7.5 marks. So let us get started now. Consider the first question now. Consider the following statements. Jhelum River passes through Ular Lake. Krishna River directly feeds Koleru Lake. Meandering of Gandak River formed Kanwar Lake. So here the right option is option B, only 2. Please note it down. It is second option is the right option for this question. So the chances of this question appearing as it is are more. The probability is usually very high. That is why you have to note down the question statements and also note down the option. Here the option is option B, only 2. The Jhelum River originating in the Himalayas, it passes through Ular Lake in Jammu and Kashmir. So this statement is correct. Next is the Krishna River directly feeds Koleru Lake. It is false. So the Krishna River does not directly feed Koleru Lake. Koleru Lake is fed by Budameru and Tamileru. Budameru, Budameru and Tamileru, Tamileru rivers. So second statement is false. Meandering of Gandak River formed Kanwar Lake. The meandering of Gandak River is also responsible for forming Kanwar Lake, which is also Kanwar Lake is also known as Khabartal Lake. Khabartal Lake in Bihar. It is one of Asia's largest freshwater oxbow lake. Kanwar Lake is an oxbow lake. Very important. Please note it down. Second question says, consider the following pairs. Port, and what is this port well known as? Kamarajar Port, first major port in India registered as a company. Mundra Port, largest privately owned port in India. Visakhapatnam, largest container port in India. So again here, the option is option B, only 2 pairs. So B, only 2 pairs. Kamarajar Port is the first major port in India registered as a company. So this is correct. It is managed as a corporate entity. And this Kamarajar Port was formerly known as Ennore Port. It was formerly known as Ennore Port. And Mundra Port is the largest privately owned port in India. So it is operated by the Adani Group. It is operated by the Adani Group. Visakhapatnam is the largest container port in India is false, because The Jawaharlal Nehru Port (JNPT) Jawaharlal Nehru Port in Navi Mumbai is the largest container port in India, not Visakhapatnam Port. Third question says consider the following trees: jackfruit, Artocarpus heterophyllus, Mahua, Maduka indica, teak, Tectona grandis. How many of the above are deciduous trees? So again, here the option is option B, only two. Please remember the option because the chances of the question appearing as it is very, very, very high. So jackfruit is evergreen. It is an evergreen tree, not deciduous. While Mahua or Maduka indica is deciduous tree. It is a deciduous tree. Teak is also deciduous tree. Deciduous tree. So all the questions that we are discussing are from UPSC previous year questions. So you have to notice down, very, very important. Fourth question says consider the following statements. India has more arable area than China. The propagation proportion of irrigated area is more in India as compared to China. The average productivity per hectare in Indian agriculture is higher than that in China. So here the option is option A, only one. India has more arable area than China is false. China has 170 million hectares. 170 million hectares devoted specifically to cropland, while India has 120. India has 120 million hectares of arable land. So you have to note it down that the arable land of China is much greater than that of India. Second statement says the proportion of irrigated area is more in India as compared to China. Yes, this is correct. India has 48% of irrigated area, while China has only 41%. The average productivity per hectare in Indian agriculture is higher than that in China. So this is false. China has higher average agricultural productivity per hectare than India. Why? Because China has advanced agricultural practices, better technology and infrastructure. So both 1 and 3 are false. Only one statement is correct. Fifth question says, which one of the following is the best example of repeated falls in sea level giving rise to present-day extensive marshland? Bhitarkanika mangroves, Marakkanam salt pans, Nopada swamp, and run of Kutch. So here the right option is option D, run of Kutch. Very, very important. Run of Kutch is in Gujarat. It is in Gujarat and it is a large area of marshland that was formed due to tectonic uplift. It was formed due to the tectonic uplift and repeated falls in sea level. This is the keyword here, repeated falls in sea level. It is a classic example of a region where sea levels have fluctuated over time, leading to its present day marshy conditions. So the other three the marshlands are not due to the repeated falls in sea level, while runoff Kutch is due to this particular effect. So, Bhitarkanika mangroves is very famous in Odisha. Marakkalam salt pans is in Tamil Nadu. Naupada swamp is in Andhra Pradesh. Only for your information, I'm telling you all these things. So with this, we come to the end of first part. There will be many parts that will be coming, and please note it down that the questions from this series will come as it is. If at all they are coming, then they will come as it is along with the options. This is based on the experience for the past 10 to 15 years. So please note it down. Thank you.